This is gonna be fun. Oh, push the button. Oh, here we go. Oh, get it. Ha. Oh. Ha. Get it. Oh, I missed it. Ha. 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 Get it. Uh-oh.
You know what? I've had enough. Where is everybody? Seriously. I've just been told. Where are you? Anyway. Oh, give me my drink. They're making me wait. Yes. I just waited for all those assessments. I waited to talk to the doctor, whatever he is. Freaking annoying. And now I'm being told that I have to wait even longer, that there's this list and it could take anywhere from 3 to 8 months. Yeah, and you know what else they told me? They told me that I had something called PTSD, apparently. Isn't that what happens to military people? I've never served in the army in my life. It's something called borderline personality disorder. What is that even? And how do they know? Just by giving me a test. Probably don't even have half the symptoms. Anyway. So what do we do in the meantime? I'm frustrated and I'm mad. And you know what? I'm actually not gonna go. No, forget it. If it's not gonna happen now, I'm not gonna go. Did you just tell me it's about my ego? That's not what I need to hear right now. I know I've been working hard and you don't want me to just give up, but I'm exhausted. I need some support. In the meantime, what can I do? It's okay, Zen Daddy. I'm here, I hear you. How about we start by maybe turning down the music and putting something else on, because this is a little bit stressful and it's probably not helping. Oh, that's better. Hi. Welcome to the show. Today we're going to talk a bit about where to find resources, things you can do while you're on waitlists, because unfortunately waitlists are a reality to the mental health system, so stay tuned.
Hey, I can't sleep. Won't you come and bitch with me? So grab yourself a tea and come and sit with me all night.
Hey fellow insomniacs, welcome to another haphazard hot mess of an episode of Hey I Can't Sleep with me, your host, Jordan James. So today we're going to talk a bit about things you can do on waitlists, because Lord knows I've been on them. So you've gotten a diagnosis. You're told that things might help if you might be helped. Try that again. If you go into a group. I know for borderline personality disorder, dialectical behavior therapy, which I talked a bit about in the emotional dysregulation video before this, DBT groups typically run a year. That's a long time. There's a reason for that. Because it's an intimate group. And you're going to have a counselor that you talk to independently, and you're going to have a group you go to with other people. And you're going to talk about all that really deep, intense stuff you've probably never really talked about, or at least never really pulled out enough to work with your one-to-one therapist. Because it's a lot easier to talk one-to-one with someone sometimes. It's a lot easier to open those doors that we don't want to open when we're one-to-one. And we're going to probably experience some really volatile emotions like the ones we've already been experiencing, and we're going to need someone to help us put them in perspective. So you're going to need to be in touch with that person on a regular basis. Doing that in a group wouldn't be possible, but doing it one-to-one is. So that's a component of a DBT program. Secondly, the group. You're not going to want more than 10 people maximum, and that includes facilitators, any students that want to sit in on it, or any other mental health professionals that are interested in kind of learning a bit about how this kind of a group works. because I've been to a lot of different kinds of therapy, and I'm someone who has borderline personality disorder. I hate that name because there's so much stigma attached to it. They're trying to change it to emotional dysregulation disorder, but in the DSM-5, it's still listed as borderline personality disorder. Why? Because on the borderline of, I think it's, I don't know, psychosis and neurosis or something, you're kind of in the middle of both. I don't know, there's some old school explanation to why it's called borderline personality disorder, but let's just call it emotional dysregulation disorder because we can. It basically means that you have a hard time regulating your emotions because you've experienced some stuff that probably was terrible. So, that's another video. But be patient with yourself. Let's get back to self-compassion. So in the meantime, what can we do? Well, Canadian Mental Health Association Niagara has urgent support services, safe beds program, walk-in counseling, short-term crisis counseling, and a mobile response unit. I've done the walk-in counseling, and it was helpful. You know, sometimes just getting yourself out of that loop of thinking that is toxic can make you feel a lot better about things. I've done the safe beds situation. Now for me personally, I had a hard time with that because I had to share a room. So I had to wait a little longer to get into a single room. But once I did the best I could with it, and then realized that they actually have an outreach support program where you can have a worker come into your home, and you have to wait a little bit for that. Again, it's all about waiting. That's why getting into the urgent support services portion is important. The number for Canadian Mental Health Association Niagara is 905-641-5222. So remember that, because you can call them anytime. And again, the stress number Niagara, you know what, I'm going to put up the disclaimer that I forgot to do, just to say, hey, you know what, I'm not a psychiatrist. You know, I'm a patient like yourself, possibly. You know, the Crisis Center in Niagara, 905-688-3711. Use them too. So what do you guys use? Tell me what you use in Niagara, you know, so I can share it with other people so that we can, you know, stick together and stay strong. So what you're telling me is I just need to just relax and wait? And that you're gonna help me in the meantime, just by listening? I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I screamed at Sissy. I was just... you know, I was just so frustrated because I know how hard it's been for everybody around here with me. You know, it's been a long journey trying to figure out what's going on. So, yes, I'll turn it down. You're right. And find some zen. I mean, that's the whole point. I am a zen daddy after all. I should be using my bowls. Yeah, so this is common. Waitlist. Oh, I'm just tired. I'll get there, you're right. I have more skills than I give myself credit for. And yes, I have to remember that I have to be compassionate with myself because of what happened to me. You know, I forget to do that sometimes because I'm too busy trying to be tough for all of you, and then I get home and I kind of crack. But I can't do that anymore. At some point I have to be accountable. And I know that being in these groups will be helpful, as scary as it is. So hang on, because they will help. And it's hard, because we do get lost in the cracks. You know, sometimes we do project someone more capable than we actually feel inside. And sometimes we've been doing it for so long, we don't even realize we're doing it. So be patient with yourself. Be accountable for your behavior. And be open and honest and talk about your feelings. Not everything is going to be bad all the time. Not everything is going to be scary like the way it once was, maybe when you were little. Break the cycles. Stay strong. Take care of yourself. Play safe. And sleep on it. Because it will get better in the morning. Goodbye.